Welcome to the Sony Cup Series sign-up video. This will take you through every single driver racing in the Sony Cup Series and the format for sign-ups. These are indicators. There's only two indicators for sign-ups. S means I'm going to get the diecast soon, and N means I don't have a diecast, but you can still sign up for them because I can still get a diecast of that driver mid-season or post-season. Starting off with Trackhouse, Ross Chastain, and Daniel Suarez for full-timers. Now, Team Penske, we have Austin Cindric, which is an N, Ryan Blaney, and Joey Logano, which is an S. For RCR, you have Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch. For Front Row Motorsports, you have Noah Gragson, Todd Gilliland, and Zane Smith. For Hendrick Motorsports, you have Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, William Byron, and Alex Bowman. Now you have Colleague Racing, which has Ty Dillon and AJ Allmendinger. Now you have RFK, which has Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher, both going to be racing the Cambridge 200 exhibition race today. Now you have Joe Gibbs Racing, which has Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, who's a shocker at N, and Ty Gibbs. Hamlin and Gibbs will be racing the Cambridge 200. We have our first single-car operation in the Wood Brothers, being Josh Berry in the 21, a new seat for him. Now we have 2311, who is all ends. Bubba Wallace in the 23, no diecast ever exists for Riley Herbst, and Tyler Reddick in the 45, all at no diecast. Back to single-car operations. This single-car operation is Haas Factory, and it's Cole Custer in the 41. Alright, now it's time for Legacy Motor Club. This will be John Hunter Nemechek and Eric Jones. Hayek Motorsports has Ricky Stenhouse in the 47. You got Rick Ware Racing with Cody Ware in the 51. And now finally, to finish off the full-time teams, you have Spire Motorsports with Justin Haley, Michael McDowell, and Carson Hocevar. That is every full-time driver racing in the season, S and N included. And that doesn't mean the video over, though. We are going to go through the part-time entries, starting off with full-time teams, putting in uncharted entries. Starting off with Trackhouse Racing, you have the 87 of Connor Zilic, the 91 of Elio Castroneves, and Shane Van Gisbergen, who will be racing the street courses. Richard Childress Racing has Jesse Love and Austin Hill. Austin Hill will attempt the super speedways and short tracks, while Jesse Love will enter into 5 intermediates, including 1 in the playoffs. Now for Roush Fenway Keselowski, you have the 60 of Ryan Preece, who will attempt the first race when I get his diecast. Now you have Rick Ware Racing's Corey LaJoie in the 01, who will be attempting the Daytona 500, every super speedway, and every short track. For Kaulig, you have the 13 of Will Brown making a one-off at Chicago. We have 2311 and Corey Heim. His races have not been confirmed yet. For JR Motorsports, you have Justin Allgaier and Carson Kvapil. Allgaier will attempt the 500, and Kvapil will attempt Talladega. NY Racing, oh boy, they have J.J. Yaley, who will also attempt the 500. Brennan Poole, a one-off for Derek Kraus, and also a one-off for Josh Williams at Chicago. For Team Amerivet, you have Burt Myers doing all the short tracks, and Jeb Burton doing the rest of the tracks that Amerivet do racing. Tricon Garage have Martin Truex Jr. doing a one-off on the Daytona 500, and Gio Ruggiero making 3 starts in this season. Now, Beard Motorsports is Anthony Alfredo in the 62. Their schedule should be the most predictable of all time. This is a big list here for Garage 66. Timmy Hill, Chad Fincham, Chandler Smith, Mason Maggio, and J.J. Yaley. Timmy Hill will attempt the Daytona 500, and Chandler Smith will attempt the finale. Live Fast Motorsports is BJ McLeod and Catherine Legg. McLeod will attempt the 500, and Catherine Legg will attempt Mexico and Chicago, and also another track that isn't on the schedule yet, but we'll see. And the final part-time car, Jimmy Johnson in the 84 for Legacy Motor Club, who will attempt the Daytona 500 and the championship at Phoenix, and also 2 other tracks. Now, with the drivers out of the way, here's the format for sign-ups. Say the number of the driver you want. If you want to be in a part-time team with multiple drivers, you can only choose 1, and only 1 driver per account. The only criteria is that you must have a YouTube account in order to sign up as a driver. And there you have it. The Sony Cup Series sign-up information video and the beginning of sign-ups. The sign-ups will end after the Daytona Duels, which are most likely going to be around August, and now with that out of the way, later today will be the Gamebridge 200 at St. Louis. I'll see you there. And also for some EZRA races, so, bye.